How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massive Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of itty bitty sour Berliner Weiss time in the form of Grimm's Stargaze. This is a Berliner Weiss style ale with raspberries and lime. This comes courtesy of Kyle. Thank you very much, brother. He shot this off to me with a bunch of Brooklyn-born jams. We'll see what the sucker has to offer. So, yeah, I thought she was going to jump out of there for a second. Okay, that has fruit in it, you know. Sometimes you don't know what these are going to come out like, even when they talk about putting fruit in them. Some more times than not, they're not nearly that kind of neon vibrant, but I mean, you look at that thing, it's screaming that it's full of red fruits. And yeah, what else can I say? Strawberry quick head, almost 2 fingers, rocky as rocky could be, kind of cascadingly different sized bubbles from top to bottom, getting super rocky on the edges now. I'm gonna sneeze, try not to. And just rich, kind of red in color. It kind of looks like a Hawaiian punch or something like that. Label-wise, it's cool. I've always dug Grimm's labels. It's a little bit, you know, kind of like, what did I say? Kind of like, I think I mentioned, no, it's a different label. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a holistic vegan hippie druid or something. I don't know. I'm just weird. Anyway, so yeah, it definitely looks like a fruited Berliner Weiss. See if we get a nose. Smells tart. Smells tart. You're getting big lime component off there. Raspberry is just beneath that. It's kind of not super seedy, not super bittering, but also not super sweet and super juicy. Smells like it's kind of cheek puckering, like pulling your cheek back and force you to smile kind of tartness to it. There's like a little bit of soft spiciness to it. I don't know if it's a hop thing or a yeast thing, but it smells nice. Definitely smells like a fruited sour. Let's dive in. Cheers. Okay. That definitely has some tartness going on. Soft acidity, a nice pop of tartness, but nothing over the top. Interestingly enough, it's weird in that it plays both a really sharp sweetness while immediately being backed up with this kind of like super fun kind of dry component that ends up being super cool because it kind of makes you go back and forth. It gives you a little bit of a roller coaster ride through all those elements. You usually don't get that on Berliner based beer, especially at one that's only clocking in at 3%. But this one's pretty vibrant, pretty tart for that ABV, but doesn't get out of control. And it's still beer, but there's a ton of fruit in here. That lime just adds to that tartness. I think that tartness that you're getting is from the critters, the beasties, little bits and pieces in there, kind of the sour component of the beer, but then it's just accentuated and elevated by that lime component. The raspberries are nice. It comes off just south of being jammy. That dryness kind of keeps it from being that kind of sweet kind of jamminess, but it's organic. It's well represented, and it's definitely at the forefront. Really aggressive carbonation. I think it works here. It comes off as more of a kind of champagne kind of spritzery kind of vibe, so it kind of leans in that direction. Kind of gives you a little bit of soft kind of sweetened wine vibes. Yeah, it's weirdly easily drinkable for how aggressive it is. The tartness is aggressive. The carbonation is aggressive. The bits and pieces of this beer, while being small, are quite aggressive, but not too aggressive. It's a fine line. A lot of people cross that line, don't even realize it. This beer does not have that problem. I think this is absolutely fantastic, and it's probably one of the better, if not the best, beer that I've had from Grimm. I had a couple. It's been a while since I've had anything from them, but like I said, Kyle sent off all these beers, and there's like, I think this is the 3rd or 4th Grimm out of there, and some of the stuff was hit or miss, but a lot of the sour component-based ones were really what were doing it for me. And honestly, that kind of makes sense, because in the past it's been a lot of their pseudo sour and sour beers that have really done it for me, and this one's no different. Yeah, really great expression of those fruits in there, and a really nice, bolder than you'd expect, a 3% Berliner Weiss base. Fun as hell. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better fruited Berliners that I've had as of late. Yes, absolutely, without a doubt. Eking up towards the top. Value and availability. I saw this in a couple of shelves, but I didn't look at the price. So if somebody out there could actually let me know what's what with the pricing, obviously, like I said, I saw it in a couple different shelves out by me, so it can be had, and leave you with, if you like, what will you like this beer? if you like fruited Berliners, you like organic fruit, you like a nice tartness with a soft acidity, and you're a fan of dryness. I mean, it's giving you all the things that really tick the boxes that work for me when it comes to small, low EBV sour beers. If you dig those things, you'll dig this beer. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little Grimm Jammer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.